My friends in the US are always like, you go to the mall? And I'm like, yes, malls in Mexico are amazing.
This is the Midtown Jalisco shopping mall, located in Guadalajara's Colonia Italia Providencia. After La Perla, in the Jardines del Sol neighborhood, which I showed you around in a past vlog, Midtown is my most frequented centro comercial, partly because it's where my dentist is. I'm kinda nutty about getting my teeth cleaned every 5 months.
I got my retainer, mi guarda, to protect my investment because a couple of years ago, back during, I think it was during the pandemic, I got Invisalign here in Mexico, and it was a pretty big investment. Like, I should go look up what it was because I made a video about all my dental procedures in Mexico. It was a pretty big investment, but it was honestly 100% the most worthwhile thing I've ever done. I had braces when I was in when I was in middle school, sorry. And my teeth had moved since then, and I had great service, great experience at Dentalia in Querétaro and also here in Guadalajara. Now, let's go check out the mall.
'90s kid here, so there's just something so nostalgic about being in a mall. This food court is much nicer than the one where I used to sip Auntie Anne's lemonade with my friends. If your food court go-to is Panda Express, just know the Mexican equivalent is Kin. Like so many malls in Mexico, Midtown is beautifully designed. Even if you're not a big shopper, it's still nice to visit. I think I must be channeling my grandpa because I like coming here just to walk around. While strolling, I was reminded that time waits for no one. Even the Abercrombie dudes had to grow up and put a shirt on. This part of the mall is all luxury brands, bougie, high-end stuff. Speaking of fancy things, Midtown also has some really nice restaurants. One of our favorites is Silvestre. In addition to fabulous cuts of meat, this steakhouse has a great ambiance, super professional service, and unreal desserts. Taylor, if you're watching this, we need to get back here for a date night soon. Today's trip to Midtown involved far less wine than I would have liked. The grocery list in my pocket was telling me to head down to the basement level to pick up a few things from Fresco.
Monday morning blues, I open my eyes and I'm greeted by a cute little smile. The world is new with you by my side. Everything is beautiful Tuesday afternoon. I'm calling you home just to hear your voice on the phone. I think of you and I'm not alone. You are everything under the sky so blue. I found my piece of heaven.
Quick little backstory here. I was feeling so creative when I was at the grocery store yesterday with my cool little montage and all my angles, but then I misplaced my phone. I was like so focused on like getting the shots like with my camera and trying all of these different things that I like set my phone down and I was freaking out. I like actually asked somebody's help to like find it if somebody had like turned it in, and I just ended up like retracing my steps and finding the phone like on top of a bag of like flour in the flour aisle. But yeah, that would have been really awful, and I realized that without my phone, like I don't know how I would have gotten home. I don't have Taylor's phone number memorized, so that's on the to-do list this weekend, or at least to put it like in my wallet or something. I never once for a second thought that like somebody stole it though, even though I'm always like, phone theft is such a thing in Guadalajara. Taylor, when I got home, said to me, he was like, nobody would want your crusty old iPhone 12 at that grocery store anyway. I mean, like, you saw it. It's like a super fancy place. Everybody who shops there probably has like iPhone 15s. And we are headed to a new spot in our neighborhood. Actually, a friend of ours, his brother, recently just opened this wine bar, and I am beyond psyched.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Gonna be fun. We have some asparagus with some toasted garlic on top and shrimpies. I usually don't love like shrimps with like the body on, the head on and everything, but they look pretty. Okay, thoughts on roto?
Good stuff. I like that. The food being really awesome and like them having good drink options is really awesome. But the best part is just being outside on the patio.
Being outside on the terrace.
With good music.
The music was great. I feel like the boxes for me that you've got to tick for a good place are gotta have wine, good music, and I don't know, just like a friendly staff, which they were super friendly.
Yeah.
And nice. At the end, when we were paying up, we were talking to Santiago, one of the guys working there, and Taylor asked if he was from Guadalajara, if he was from Jalisco, and he was like, no, soy de Querétaro. And we were like, vivimos en Querétaro por 5 años. And yeah, small world.
True story that just happened.
True story. We just lived it.
In Guadalajara, a Saturday night out starting before 6 p.m. is almost unheard of, unless you kept on after lunch or perhaps maybe never even made it home on Friday. Meeting our friends for cocktails before the sun had even set felt a little odd, but Danny and Ermi told us it was the only way we'd get a table and promised it would be worth it. Many people, including the folks who decide the 50 best bars in North America, say that Gallo Altanero is the best bar in Guadalajara. Taylor says I'm a hater, but when a place gets so much hype, I can't help but be a little skeptical. I promised to come back to the menu in a second, but we decided to start off simple with a palomita and a margarita. The drinks were so fast coming out, and the friendly servers kept checking on our table to see if we needed anything. The ambiance was already on point when we arrived, and somehow the place managed to get even vibier as it got dark. I really appreciated that they don't try to overpack the bar.
It's in like one of those candle holders that you always see on like altars and ofrendas in Mexico. Makes sense since it's the Guadalupe. Interesting. There's jugo de manzana in it. I thought it'd be like, well, I was worried that it would be way, way sweeter, but it's like super good. Try it. What do you think?
I like it because it's like sour green apple.
Sour green apple, Jolly Rancher.
Green apple, yeah, and I like that.
When I was a couple of cocktails deep, I went back to read the menu, which explained in quite the poetic fashion that the mixologists behind it were paying tribute to Jalisco with drinks that include seasonal fruit. It's thanks to the rainy season that we can enjoy such an abundance, and the final lines reminded the sipper to enjoy this time while it lasts because antes de que te des cuenta, se habrá acabado, igual que nosotros, así que sin miedo vivimos. Before you know it, it will be over, just like us. So without fear, we live.
It is Sunday morning, and we are headed to, I mean, honestly, the best thing to do on Sunday in Guadalajara. We are headed to the Via Recreativa, which, I don't know if you know this, Taylor, but last week it celebrated 20 years. They have been shutting down the kind of like main thoroughfares, some of the main streets in Guadalajara to cars every Sunday, so pedestrians, runners, joggers, bikers, scooterists, rollerbladers can get out and enjoy it. So I love the Via so much. There's just like such a good sense of community. People I don't know, from like all walks of life in Guadalajara, getting out and enjoying a little bit of physical activity and the good weather.
We've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to stop, but I still love you like I do. It breaks my heart, no text, no calls from you. Without you, could shake this off. You're not that tough with me. So run away with me. Come home with me tonight. Run away with me. It'd be worth the time. Run away with me. I'll make you feel alright. Run away with me. And I'll be good this time around. I'll be good this time. I'll be good this time.
It is like golden hour in Guadalajara right now. It is so beautiful. The sky looks absolutely incredible. Like, look, here is like, I guess, opposite of the sun, and then the sunset. I gotta hustle though, because Taylor and I are going to see Beetlejuice. I think it's actually just one Beetlejuice, but we are going to Centro Magno, which is super close to our house, and gonna catch a Sunday night movie. It is super easy to just like get your tickets through the app, and I think for both of us in like the mega IMAX theater, it cost 250 pesos. So kind of a fun little way to end a really great weekend here in Guadalajara. If you have any questions about living in Guadalajara or things you would like to see in a future vlog, let me know in the comments below. I'm Alex from backpackingforness.com. Thanks for watching.
Vale la pena.